Alright, this should be a fun video because I have the hiccups, so bear with me. The objective for this video is to be able to convert between improper fractions and mixed numbers. And so that's going from improper fractions to mixed numbers, or being able to go from a mixed number to an improper fraction. And so just by way of a little bit of vocabulary and review, an improper fraction just simply means that you have the numerator is larger than the denominator. The numerator is larger than the denominator. That is a improper fraction. And then a mixed number just simply means that you have a whole number with a fraction. That's a mixed number. Okay, so let's say you wanted to convert between the two. For example, you wanted to go, let's do from mixed number to improper fraction first. So what does the mixed number 3 1/2 represent? Well, it represents 1, 2, 3 and a half. Now, in an improper fraction, you're going to keep this denominator and you're going to figure out, well, how many halves is that really? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 halves. So 3 1/2 equals 7 halves. So obviously you're not going to draw a picture every time. Most people do this. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7, and that's how you get these 7 halves. So again, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 halves. And what they simply are doing is saying, well, this is 3 wholes, so that's 2 and 2 halves and 2 halves plus 1/2. If you wanted to put it like this. And so you have 2 halves times 3, so 2 halves, 2 halves, 2 halves, 3 plus 1/2, or 2 halves plus 2 halves plus 2 halves is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 halves. Okay, so all that is visual just to show what's going on here. Again, if you want to do the fast way or the way in your head, then what I would recommend doing is either showing that this is 3 is 1, 2, 3, right? That's 3 wholes. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. If you want to show that in halves, that's 2 halves plus 2 halves plus 2 halves plus 1 is 7 halves. Okay, so let's do the little bit faster way this time. 2 and 5/7 equals how many as an improper fraction? Well, 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. 19 over 7. And I think sometimes people draw this little arrow, that's a multiplication. I don't know if you can see that. 7 times 2. Make sure you multiplication, not addition, right? 7 times 2, and then 2 plus, or that total plus 5. It's up to you if you want to do it like that with it, however you can remember it. Okay, now let's go the other way. 13 over 3 equals what as an improper fraction? Well, let's think about this again, right? 13 over 3, you have at least 3 over 3. You have another 3 over 3. Let's see, how many is that? That's 9. That's not enough. That's 12. Okay, so you need one more. So you have 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 1/3. That gives you 13/3. Here's one whole. Here's one whole. Here's one whole. Here's one whole. And you have an extra 1/3 left over. So this would be 4 1/3. Again, the other way to do that is 13 divided by 3. Right? So that goes in 4 times. You have one remainder. Now here's one of the very rare times that you actually might use a remainder. You have 4 wholes and 1/3 as your remainder. Okay? So that's the other way to do that. Well, if you wanted to show one last way, you could figure out what's an even number that goes in here. 12/3 plus 1/3. 12 is a multiple of 3. So you know that's 12/3 is going to give you 4, and then 4 1/3. That's the last way. I just do this and show you different ways so that, you know, sometimes it clicks differently with different people. But if you want to just remember, hey, how many times does it go into evenly? It goes in 4 evenly. You have one remainder, 4 1/3. That's the quick way to do it. Okay, last example. Going from an improper fraction to a mixed number. Okay, let's see. How many times does 6 go into 30 evenly? Well, I'd say it goes 30 over 6 is a nice even. And you have a 5/6 remaining. And 30 divided by 6 is 5 5. 6 again. 6 goes into 35 5 times. You have a remainder of 5, so remainder, sorry, you can just write the remainder as 5/6. Okay, 5 5/6. Okay, that's all for this video. Please write your summary and have a great day.